In policing, you always remember your first car stop, your first arrest, and definitely your first sovereign citizen interaction. That's what makes this video so funny.
How we doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good.
How can I help you?
I'm Deputy Gunn with the Sheriff's Office. I'm interested in your license plate. What's going on with that?
Oh, okay. It's part of the DOT. I'm a pastor.
Okay.
With the ministry.
The plate, the window partially rolled down. You're definitely starting to get some sovereign vibes in the beginning.
We're separating as far as off of the actual corporation in the United States. It's out of the jurisdiction, but we just travel in peace.
I'm not familiar. I haven't heard of that before.
Well, a lot haven't because they don't really train up on it. Because, you know, you guys just serve the public as a corporation.
So this is really interesting because this traveler is going to probably try to take advantage of the fact that the officer says he's never dealt with it before, because when you use those word salads from the sovereign side, it can confuse an officer, especially one who's never dealt with it before. And this guy's already starting.
Okay.
And that's why it's the right to travel. It's not the whole big citizen thing like that. We're actually non-citizens because we're actually a foreign entity. And so that's why we register with the DOT. We're just traveling in a private vehicle. It's actually not a motor vehicle, but actual private auto.
The officer is realizing that he has a sovereign citizen and has never dealt with one before. And the sovereign can't seem to get his script straight. So this is a really interesting, funny combination that I've never really seen before.
Do you have a driver's license on you?
I don't, because we're turning that in and because we're separating from that corporate tie. It's not part of that whole theft protection thing that the motor vehicle department stands for. And we're not traveling in commercial.
This is really interesting because they will get driver license and turn them back into DMV, because when you accept a driver license, there is implied consent on the side of the state, and to them that's entering into a contract. So they'll return their driver license many times.
Do you have any sort of identification on you?
I don't have my passport. I do have a license that I haven't turned in yet.
Okay.
But I'm not obligated to give that identification, but I work peacefully. I'm not a rebellion. I know this is new to you. I'm trying to get to work. I'm obeying all the things and stuff like that, but I have to get to work. I'd love to chat with you and get together and inform you some more so you know more about it. My point and concern is that I can't prove what you're saying. So first of all, like I said, I'm not familiar with what you're referring to. Sure, so in order for me to confirm what you're saying, I'd like to have some sort of identity from you. Maybe a supervisor would understand about it as far as that, because it is under UCC code and such. Okay. Hey, officer.
Tell you, I'm just stepping close. I can barely hear you with the window just partially open, and in traffic, I can barely hear what's going on.
He's been cooperative so far. We got no issues, but he's not going to identify himself. So
okay.
I'm trying to figure out.
Well, I can verbally say I'm George.
Okay, so you know there's probably about 1 million Georges, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we need to know exactly who you are. Just saying your name George doesn't identify who you are. We have to be able to positively identify you as your specific identity. Do you have anything with your full name or any kind of documentation?
Well, I do, but I don't want to step in under the jurisdiction of the corporation. I was explaining to him.
Okay.
Because I'm just acting as a free human. I'm traveling, going to work, doing that.
So we understand that. So you're in the state of Florida, correct? Right now, we're in the state of Florida, inside the continental U.S. Okay, you agree with that? So in the state of Florida and the continental U.S., to operate a motor vehicle on public roadway, you have to have a valid driver's license. During a traffic stop, you have to identify yourself to law enforcement. Okay.
Yeah, and my only statement is that I'm not actually operating a motor vehicle.
So
I'm driving a private auto.
It is a motor vehicle. It is a vehicle with 4 wheels and a motor, and it is propelled on the roadway by not your feet. Well, it is a motorized vehicle. Okay.
But by definition, in the UCC codes, even it's a private automobile.
It's not. Okay, you're going by stuff that is written 100 years ago and has changed and updated since the time you're trying to quote us by. Okay.
No, it really isn't.
Okay.
It's a UCC code. And
so
that's what they're going.
When they say UCC, they mean Uniform Commercial Code, which is conflated with driving laws. It's completely different. And sometimes officers don't necessarily know this. Sovereign citizens will often misquote UCC.
So who's car talking about?
No, the tag's not legit. It's
okay.
It's a paper tag that's not for hire, not for
no,
hire.
it's not for hire. It's a private automobile, and it's registered with the DOT.
Yeah.
It's registered with the DOT.
Okay. Well, he's going to run the bin. We're going to try and figure out what's going on. Hey, let's just print it on a piece of paper.
What's that one? I'm sorry.
If I give you my name, what's that going to prove to you?
That you have a valid driver's license, first of all, and that you're operating under this U.S. code that you're referring to. I understand what you're saying, but I'm not familiar with it, and you saying that essentially that's my job. I get that. but I don't know the code. You have to have a valid license.
Perhaps the supervisor may know the UCC codes. I
Yeah.
don't know the numbers offhand. But I'm just trying to confuse.
Okay, like I said, that's why I just asked if you had an ID so we can actually
As
figure out who you are.
confusing as this sounds in the beginning, it even gets worse as it progresses.
If you are currently detained on a traffic stop. ID yourself, you can get out of here a lot quicker. The longer you prolong this, the longer you're going to sit here, the longer you're going to be late for work, okay?
Well,
So that's all we need is we need to be able to identify who you are, okay?
there's me baptizing my wife.
Okay, that's not an ID. You may wrap him.
I got him.
You got him?
The registration's expired on this. He has a valid driver's license, but he's refusing to identify himself.
Yeah, because when it expired, I've learned about the private automobile. And
Write him his ticket for expired license registration and be
I'm
done.
doing the whole trust thing, and so we're just trying to transfer it into that and be peaceful. I mean, I stop and pray for you. I probably prayed for you somewhere down the line. You know, I pray for protection for everybody. We help people. I go, I know it's different because you're traffic, but I'm not committing any crime against my fellow.
You are. You're creating a motor violation.
Crime.
It is a motor violation.
He's quoting scripture and sovereign law, and neither one of them are working for him.
We are traffic enforcement, so we enforce traffic laws.
Right. And when
You are violating a current traffic law.
If you ask your supervisor,
You are violating a current traffic law.
So Giovanni Richard gave him a warning in September for expired tag. His tag expired in May.
So it's time for a ticket today.
And so if you want to give a ticket, then you can give a ticket. And
He said he's no crime against his fellow man.
See, he was quick to want to accept the ticket because they'll get a ticket and then they won't respond to the ticket.
I was like, well, no, this is a crime against traffic violations because you're violating.
It's drive violation, but that's if I'm operating a motor vehicle commercial.
Let's have a discussion because now I'm curious.
Yeah.
You hold a valid driver's license.
Yes, and I'm turning that in right now with the plate. As a human being, I'm deciding, okay, I'm just going to operate privately. I'm not going to hurt anybody. I know those are supervisors.
But here's the thing.
Oh.
If I give you a ticket, first of all, you're still refusing to identify yourself. I found your identity, even though that's not right. But I'm saying you're by law required to identify yourself. You could be arrested for that. Let me just go through what's going on here, okay?
I mean, I've got it. I told you I've got it with me.
Then why wouldn't you provide it?
That's why I'm concerned.
No, I was just because I wanted to explain it to him as the whole freedom thing. Because what happens is
Okay, so you're saying I'm going to pause you for a second. You're saying you said you're trying to operate freely, this, that, blah, blah. Why are you carrying a valid driver's license?
because I haven't finished the whole process yet. I'm learning about it and I'm transferring it. It's like
okay. So you're new to the whole system, so you really don't have 100% idea what you're trying to explain.
Yeah, no, actually, I've been studying for a while now.
So you're carrying a valid driver's license, so that means that you have agreed at some point in your life that you're going to follow Florida law.
Unknowingly, because I didn't
Okay.
realize.
Well, so yeah,
commercial
so
action.
that's where we're at.
You're
But I'm not. But I'm
years old though.
But
Yeah.
I'm not acting commercially right now.
Well, nobody said you're acting commercially.
But that's what. If you look at it, your whole traffic code, it's all commercial.
No, it's not.
It's the uniform commercial
Okay,
code.
it's not.
The,
Okay.
The United
You have
States
insurance for the vehicle?
I'm sorry.
You have insurance for the vehicle?
Yeah, it's super progressive.
Who's the supervisor to call in this?
Alacron.
Because my concern is he's already been stopped for this once.
Well, that
And now he's put in front.
And since
You can hit him for the felony
and
and be done with it.
That's why I'm actually started the process, because since then I'm like, okay, I shouldn't re-register it. I need to go through this process. So that's what it is. I'm in the process of.
He was over on 41. You want to see if he can kick over here?
I don't think a ticket is going to resolve this matter. You know what I mean? Like his tag's still expired. Let's give this example while he's making a phone call. What happens if you hit somebody out here in the roadway? What's the process then?
Well, I still purchase some insurance to help offset that, but then we actually have a bond. Everybody has a bond tied to their Social Security. And so you can actually access that and set up a bond to then take care of anything. So anything that I'm liable for, if I've committed any damage to anybody, then I become liable for it and take care of it. And so I either do it through my own personal or do it through the bond that's attached.
The gospel, according to the Uniform Code of Commercial, just doesn't make any sense. It's not real and it's wrong. It doesn't work.
Kilo Sergeant's on his way.
Do you have anything that I can Google or any paperwork for me that I can look at?
Hey, you know the best thing? He just taped this to the valid license plate for the Florida.
That's what I was asking him. When did this charade just randomly...
When he got his last citation.
He didn't get a ticket, actually, so that's the concern.
It's just the warning.
Give it
Yeah, it was warning, and that's when I started to research more about it, because I'd heard stuff about it. And actually, I researched it before.
Okay, that's what I'm asking for. Let's see what you can provide for us. The problem is we're not going to come to a resolution if we give him a ticket and he drives off. He still can't drive off because he doesn't have a valid registration for the vehicle.
But it's no, because then you're detained and then you're kidnapped.
No, it's not kidnapping.
Because I'm a private individual and I'm not falling under the jurisdiction.
I'm asking him to provide that. So right now I'm just having a conversation with him while you look for that, okay?
You can see the light bulb is now starting to fully illuminate under the newer officer's head about what he's dealing with. And now we got past the paperwork over here, pulling out some stuff that's going to make it even more confusing. But I believe, and I can remember when this happened to me, that you will figure out that this is a bunch of nonsense and make the appropriate call as this call progresses. But what's interesting is I know that this gets even crazier as this goes on, because you would imagine that there would be some semblance of logic in this guy's mind, but no.
So I'm going to be sarcastic. So you live in Kings Point, which is a gated neighborhood, correct?
I actually don't live in Kings Point.
Okay, why do you have Kings Point?
Because I do stuff. I go and help people all the time, help elderly.
Okay, so then I need to go to Kings Point and let them know that you're not welcome in there, because you have to be able to ID yourself when you go into Kings Point. Do you provide ID to the security guards at Kings Point?
No, because somebody always calls me in and they say,
Okay, but you still have to ID yourself when you enter these gated
I
neighborhoods.
say, yes, I'm Pastor George.
You can walk wherever you want. A motor vehicle is a right and privilege. It is not your freedom.
If you well, it actually is. If you're
It's not
under the corporation.
No, so the motor vehicle traveling on public roadways is not a freedom. It is a right. It is something that is allowed and provided to you as long as you follow the laws and the guidelines that are provided.
What you just said is actually perfect. You're absolutely right. It is a right once you're a part of the corporation.
It is a right. So it is a right. So if you follow the rules and guidelines that give you the right to operate your motor vehicle, then yeah, you can operate a motor vehicle on roadway.
He meant to say privilege. The officer meant to say privilege. It's not a right. Driving is a privilege. You have to get a driver license. You have to abide by the rules and regulations of operating a motor vehicle on the roadway.
I called Hess just to let him know. He said 10:15. So
Yeah.
I figured we just wait for the sergeant. Because like I said, my concern is if you give him a ticket, he's just going to drive from here.
He's going to drive from here. He's not going to pay the ticket. Then he's going to get stopped again.
Did he show you proof of insurance?
He won't show me nothing. He still can't find his UCC code.
The stuff that I Googled is literally for commercial.
It's for
Commercials, businesses.
Right, and then if you look up the definition of commercial,
This is not a commercial vehicle. This is a personal vehicle. It is owned underneath you and you alone. It is not underneath a corporation or a company.
well, actually,
Yeah,
when you do the registration, you're handing that ownership.
it's a passenger vehicle. Literally, this car is classified as a passenger vehicle. It is not a commercial vehicle, okay? George, will you do us a favor? Will you step out and have a chit chat?
Can't I discuss right here?
No, we're going to get out of the car, okay, George?
Vehicle?
Okay, come on.
No, you're not supposed to detain me. This is
Come on, George. Don't make it,
Step out.
you don't have to make it harder than it is. Let's just come on out, okay? George, out of
Okay,
the car.
stop reaching for things,
I
okay?
just shut the
Phone's going right here on the roof.
I just
Phone
shut
is
the
going on the roof. Okay, do me a favor. Face the vehicle.
Face the vehicle.
For what?
Face the
Face the
vehicle.
vehicle.
I'm cool.
Hands behind your back.
Wait a minute. Why?
No, hands behind your back.
This is detainment.
It absolutely is detainment, okay?
Why?
We'll explain everything here in just a minute. Once we get you cuffed and get you searched, we'll explain everything for you, okay?
Now you've committed a felony like my partner explained to you by putting a fake license plate on your vehicle.
It's not fake.
It is yes. And I asked you to provide me some sort of information that says that you abide by this code, which you did not do that. When I Google it and look up some information,
UCC codes.
yes, that
And the definition
that
of motor
applies
vehicle?
to commercial
Yeah, this
vehicles
is a
and
commercial.
businesses. This is a passenger vehicle, it's not a commercial vehicle, okay? You did not identify yourself at first, okay? You've also been warned for your registration that's been expired. So if I give you a ticket today, I know that you're not going to get your registration fixed because you're already telling us that you don't operate under that law, if you will, because you don't believe that you need to operate under that.
It's
Okay.
private. I'm trying to go through that process. That's all.
Whatever
I can
process
put the,
you're
I can
referring
put the
to.
paperwork together. I said,
What-
give me the ticket.
it's
and
not a
I'll put it
valid
together and
process.
Take it to the judge.
It
I'll
is not
do
a
that.
valid process that is recognized in the state of Florida underneath transportation, okay? Okay, George, somebody's going to pull up and you're going to be going in their car. Is there anything you would like to take with you? Phones, wallet, anything
Yes.
like that?
I need.
You can only take very minimal things. We're going to take phones, wallets, ID, something like that. Anything you take with you has to have your personal name on it.
Why am I being taken away?
We've already told you that. We've already explained this to you, okay?
No, I mean, what's the next step? What's the solution?
You're going to go to
Why?
jail is where
For
you're
what?
going, okay? He explained that to you already.
Because you didn't actually take my license.
No, not because he
my
didn't take your license.
identification.
We're going to go over here.
No, I need my stuff.
Okay, come on.
We'll get
And
your
you got-
stuff.
George, we'll get your stuff. It's okay.
Did I close the window and stuff?
We'll take care of everything. We'll take care of everything. We'll take care of everything.
It's my phone.
We'll
my,
take care of everything. We'll get what you need to
the
get.
red bag.
Yep.
So what time frame? What do we do?
Hey, do me a favor. Have it. Climb on in there. And then when you get in, I need your feet facing out, okay? She has to take your shoes off and search inside your feet. Just make sure you don't have any kind of contraband, okay?
This isn't as comfortable as the front seat.
Nope, you're on a hard piece of plastic back here, unfortunately.
No, I know.
Your car is getting towed, so if there's anything of value, we need to know what's in there. That way,
Get towed. I have somebody come get it.
the only person that can pick the vehicle up on the side of the road is the registered owner. Ironically, you're the registered owner and you're going to jail. You can't pick up your own vehicle when you're going to jail.
So how?
So your car's getting towed, and you're going to jail.
Why are you guys doing all this?
Well, unfortunately, you brought a lot of this upon yourself, okay?
He was asking questions.
We just went through.
He and I were talking, and then you came, and all of a sudden you just like going full throttle.
Okay, all right. Go ahead and turn. Place both your feet in, okay?
Think about the madness here. This man looks like he's old enough to be someone's grandfather. He professes himself to be a pastor. Yet you have 4 police officers, a tow truck, and all of the booking time it takes to put this guy in jail when these officers could be doing something completely different. I've never in my 20 plus years of policing and then post-policing ever seen this work. And the beauty of this one is we get to see an officer learn and get his first sovereign citizen arrest. If you know anyone who may be doing this, please share this video because they won't win. And if you like this kind of content, please like and subscribe.